The head of the Wyoming High School Activities Association confirms that the organization will be adhering to a new law regarding transgender girls competing in sports. Anglers are warned not to eat fish that could have been poisoned in a train crash earlier this summer. And an alert employee saves a woman from a costly scam. Bringing you these stories and more from Wyoming's largest news organization, I'm Wendy Kaur for Cowboy State Daily. The fall high school sports season has started in Wyoming, and a new law passed this year means there will be no transgender girls allowed to compete in girls' sports. Cowboy State Daily's Leo Wolfson reports that the rules follow a new Wyoming law the Wyoming High School Activities Association says it's obligated to enforce.
I spoke with Trevor Wilson, who's the commissioner of the Wyoming High School Activities Association this morning. There had been some rumblings and rumors around that there was some ambiguity about this new law and that the High Schools Association wasn't exactly sure how they would enforce it. But Wilson told me that's not the case.
Wilson said he's already received a few emails accusing his organization of not adhering to the new law, but he said those accusations are not true. The Wind River Internet Company on Wednesday said electrifying its fleet will cut costs by half over the life of the vehicles and be more reliable to boot. Employees of Wind River Internet, which provides fiber optic and internet services around the Wind River Indian Reservation and Fremont County, do a lot of work in the backcountry of Wyoming in harsh conditions. And while it would seem to be the last company that would consider electrifying its fleet, Cowboy State Daily's Kevin Kilo reports that company officials did a cost study comparing its gas vehicles to what it would cost for electric vehicles.
Patrick Lawson, executive manager with Wind River Internet, said that the F-150 Lightning trucks are actually much cheaper than the gas-powered cars over the life of the vehicle. A lot of that has to do with reduced maintenance cost. He also mentioned that when it was 40 below, they couldn't get their gas-powered cars to start, but the EV truck worked just fine.
Lawson told Cowboy State Daily that the company has ordered 4 Ford F-150 Lightnings, which they expect to be delivered this fall. A train crash that dumped molten sulfur and asphalt into the Yellowstone River north of Yellowstone Park might have poisoned fish, and officials are warning anglers not to eat their catches from the river. A freight train carrying molten sulfur and asphalt fell into the river when part of a rail bridge collapsed on June 24th. The crash was about 110 miles northeast of Yellowstone National Park. According to the Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks Department, high levels of a chemical called phenanthrene were found in mountain whitefish after the June crash, prompting an advisory to not eat fish caught from the river between the Twin Bridges Railroad and Laurel, Montana. I'll be back with more news right after this.
At Hilltop Bank, we understand that buying a home is a big decision. That's why we're here to be your trusted partner on the path to home ownership. Our experienced mortgage team will guide you every step of the way, from pre-approval to closing. We offer competitive rates and a wide variety of home loan options to best suit your needs. With our local knowledge and personalized service, you'll feel confident and comfortable throughout the entire home buying process. Contact us today to start your journey toward home ownership. Hilltop Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
A motorcyclist has been hospitalized after a high-speed chase that lasted more than 71 miles on Interstate 80 on Monday. The Wyoming Highway Patrol said the biker, riding a green Kawasaki Ninja, topped speeds of 165 miles per hour in a failed attempt to escape troopers. According to the Highway Patrol, the motorcyclist sped through construction zones, passed on the right shoulder, and weaved in and out of traffic. More than 70 miles after the chase began, the motorcyclist attempted to take Vitavue Road at exit 329. It was an ill-fated maneuver, though, as the biker crashed, but somehow lived through it. Although troopers identified the suspect, the name has not been released. Charges are pending. And a 78-year-old woman had been badgered by a con artist into trying to mail a box containing $5,000 in cash, but the scam was busted by an alert Gillette UPS store worker. Cowboy State Daily's Claire McFarland reports that the woman's attempt to send the package, which she had insured for $5,000, raised red flags for store owner Troy Castleberry.
He held the package back as the driver who gathers things up for next day air was approaching. And he called this woman and he was like, look, if there's a legitimate person like the IRS who needs $5,000 from you, they are not going to ask you to send cash by mail or UPS because that's illegal. So we're going to hold this back. We're going to refund your shipments and you get to keep your $5,000.
And that's today's news. You can read about all of these stories and more on CowboyStateDaily.com. I'm Wendy Kaur for Cowboy State Daily.